Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with an absolutely crapalicious recording of Dvořák's Slavonic dances with Simon Rattle and the Czech Philharmonic. How did this man manage to make this orchestra sound so uncomfortable playing this music? It's an achievement, believe me. Now, the Czech Philharmonic, Dvořák, Slavonic dances. How many recordings do we have? Oh gosh, just dozens, billions of them. But, the outstanding ones, the ones we really need to pay attention to, Shayna, first of all, which is an early stereo, but sounds really, really, really terrific. Charles Mackerras, Václav Neumann, and those are sort of the three big, I think, Czech Phil ones. Bělohlavek did them. It was like, not special. But Supraphon, which was the label of all of those things, knew how to record this orchestra in this room. There are other really wonderful Slavonic dances, don't get me wrong. You've got Dorati twice, you've got Raphael Kubelik, you've got, Dohnányi in Cleveland, which is wonderful, George Szell in Cleveland, which is wonderful. We can go through the list. But the bottom line is, these people don't know how to make records. And Rattle, I don't even know where to start. You can tell I'm scattered because this was such a discombobulating release. All right, let's start with Rattle, okay? Because ultimately it's his fault. Engineers may sabotage him, but it's still his fault. Anyway, I was looking forward to this. I was, because remember, he made a really first-class version of the Dvořák tone poems with the Berlin Philharmonic that was released on EMI. It shocked me to death, but it was really, really good. Beautifully played, nicely recorded. It had no ridiculous mannerisms or affectations. Well, he saved all of his ridiculous mannerisms and affectations for this. Where do we begin? Okay, let's start with the first Slavonic dance. It gets hopping, and it's not like totally awful. And then you get the middle section. Oh, it slows down. I was asleep before the second phrase. Just ridiculous. All the lilt is gone. It's so flat-footed, which is really what these performances kind of are. They really are. The other major disappointment for me, there are a bunch of them, was particularly in the first set was number 7. The one that was used so brilliantly in the movie Allegro non troppo. That one, where the oboe is followed by the bassoon canonically. He does these sudden diminuendo things, which just take all the juice out of the music, right when it's supposed to be hopping and dump it dump it dump it dump it dump it. Why? Why exaggerate these things? This music has to have rhythm, naturalness, above all, a naturalness of pulse. And, just because Dvořák repeats something, that doesn't mean you have to change it. I don't get it. He also does all the business. Dvořák has beautiful counter melodies in the lower strings, often the cellos or whatnot. And when Rattle finds a counter melody, holy crap, it's a counter melody. Oh my God, let's make it the primary melody. Why don't we? No, you're not supposed to do that. The second set, it comes off a little bit better, if only because of the engineering issues, about which more momentarily. A little bit better, but the second one, it's da 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 da. It sounds so anemic. He's trying to futz with it to make it sound somehow romantic, and the result is just artificial. The last dance in this set is absolutely atrocious. And it's like da 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 da. It's all just preciosity. Ridiculously unconvincing mannered preciosity. if that's the word. Anyway, so there's that. So the performances suck. Okay, we got that. But the engineering sucks. I mean, we know the Rudolphinum is like a barn and it has ridiculous amounts of reverberation. But this sounds like circus music heard from a distance. You know, there's just this intangible blob of sound somewhere off. And then when the brass and percussion come in, I mean, I know it wasn't Rattle's intention to weaponize the percussion. I know he didn't do that on purpose. It's the way they recorded it. Then all of a sudden it just goes blacka, 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 like this. You know, it's vulgar. And I think the vulgarity, I mean, it's not like noisier than other Czech film recordings of this music. I mean, they actually they're playing with a certain level of sensitivity. Maybe, you know, Rattle is making them do too much difference between soft and loud. I don't know. It's just badly recorded, unnaturally performed. It's like demon spawn. I mean, you know, there's just something grotesquely warped about the whole thing. I don't know what else to tell you. I was just a shocker. I mean, Pentatone needs to learn how to make recordings with his orchestra. This is just bad. Bad. And Rattle, he's just up to his old shenanigans. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.